first 30 seconds is just going to be some finger flicks. So fingertips inside the thumb and just start to flick away. Get a good rhythm going. And even if you like, bring it up right alongside your ear so you can listen in and notice if one hand is going a little faster or stronger than the other. Just kind of get a sense of how strong your hands are. For me, it's always my right hand stronger than my left. Don't know why, because I'm left-handed, but that's just how it is. Got 7 seconds left here. All right, now interlace your fingers, flip the palms, press them up and overhead, and then just start to take some side bends. Just tick-tock yourself from side to side. Get that little stretch in the finger, stretch in the wrist, and wake up the side body and the spine. And time, nice. Unlace your fingers, wriggle your shoulders out. We're gonna take it down into the feet and the ankles, and we're just gonna start with some alternating heel lifts. If you like, you're gonna lift and meet in the middle, find a little balance, and then switch to the other side. But if it feels better to stay in a low position, if your balance is feeling a little wonk this morning, just lifting one heel and the other, all we wanna do is find a little bit of mobility down in the ankle joint and a little mushing up of the bottom of the foot. You got 8 more seconds here. All right, now bend over and hands on the knees, and we're going to take it into some toe taps. So one set of toes in the ball of the foot and then the other. So you're just tapping out the bottom of your feet and get a little bounce in your knees, and then just go as fast or as slow as you like. But see if you can tune in and find that little action of the muscles on the outside of your shin, pulling up. Get that little squeeze in those muscles. And time, nicely done. Okay, 30 seconds, we're gonna take some roll down. So reach your arms up, bend your knees, tuck your chin, roll yourself down like you're peeling your back away from a wall. And then once your fingertips touch the ground, bend your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll all the way on up. Reach your arms up and overhead and take a little gentle back bend, and then back to that roll down. Bend your knees a little bit, tuck your chin into your chest, roll down. Once you touch the ground, bend your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll all the way on up, reach your arms up and take a little gentle back bend as you look up. Nice, bend your knees, roll your way down. We got 6 more seconds here. If you can, bend your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll all the way up. And now we're gonna take it into some good mornings. So we're gonna keep a little bend in the knees, hinge from the waist, flat back, fold yourself over, reach long through the fingertips with that flat back, come right back up, look to the sky. Bend your knees, hinge from your waist, nice flat back, reach long. Beautiful, you guys look amazing. Reach up through the fingertips, nice flat back, rise all the way up, take a little back bend. You got 5 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Okay, now we're gonna take it into some alternating side leg lifts with a squat in the middle. So you're gonna take a little side leg lift, give a little squat, pick up the other leg, lift it out to the side, give a little squat. You can go as fast or as slow as you like. Maybe you find a little rhythm. And as you start to warm up your legs or those big muscles, you can take it small to start. Does not have to be extreme. And then just tune in here and notice, how are your knees feeling? How are your leg muscles feeling? Already halfway there. You got 5 seconds left. You got this. And time. Nicely done. Grab one hand weight, heavy preferred. Okay, so now we're going to take it into a nice wide squat position. So step your feet wider than shoulder width distance, toes pointed out slightly. We're going to take it down to the ground, up into an overhead press. And then as you come back down, switch hands. The other hand's going to pick up, give an overhead press, and switch. You got 1 minute on the clock. You're going to go at your pace. You're passing that weight to the other hand down at the ground. If that weight is too much on the shoulders, switch to a lighter weight or leave it off entirely and just work a little shoulder mobility, just reaching up with control and then taking it to the other side. You're already halfway there. Nice work, you guys. And time. Awesome work. Grab 2 light weights or grab your second weight. We're going to take it into a military press with a heel raise. So arms are going to be out in that cactus position, elbows in line with the shoulders. You're going to press up and overhead, lift your heels up, lower your heels, lower your elbows. Press up, lift your heels, lower your heels, pull the elbows with control. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're going to take that at your pace. So we're pressing up, lift the heels, lower the heels, lower your elbows, and then see if you can just find a firmness in your center. Notice what's going on with your ankles and your knees. Nice. And then once you've got a rhythm down, go as fast or as slow as you like. You got 17 seconds left. Nice work. And time. Beautiful job. Lower your arms down, give them a good shake. We're coming into bicep curls and wrist curls. So stick with that lighter weight just for the wrists. We're going to keep our hands hanging heavy, palms facing forward. Give a wrist curl and then a full bicep curl. Take the time to do that individualized wrist curl. So we're just pulling the knuckles up towards the inner forearm. Get that little squeeze, release it back, and then find that bicep curl. So take the time to concentrate on that one part and then the second part. Nice, you guys. Beautiful work. Good morning, Ellie. We got 5 seconds left. We're going to stick with this maneuver, but we're going to add a little bit of extra. So stick with that wrist curl, the bicep curl, but now see if you can pick up one foot. So we're going to find a little balance here. For 30 seconds, we're going to stand on one leg. If at any point you need to, you can always put your big toe on the ground. It'll still create that little bit of imbalance. So you really need to find your center and a little bit of strengthening in your core, but your brain doesn't know the difference if just the big toe is on the ground. So you don't have to effort so hard to find that balance. We got 2 seconds left. All right, switch legs, set the other foot down, pick the other leg up and back to that wrist curl, and then the bicep curl. So it's a nice simple maneuver with the upper part of the body. And then we're focusing on maintaining our nice tall posture, belly nice and firm. Focus your gaze. Woo, and time. Set that foot down, bounce out your feet, give everything a good little shake. We're gonna stick with those 2 hand weights, and now we're gonna take it back to the shoulders. So you're gonna hug those weights together, take them to one shoulder. We're gonna reach up and overhead, take them to the other shoulder. So you're gonna keep your head and your face a little bit out of the way as you do that maneuver. So you're gonna reach up and overhead, your head's gonna move just a little bit with you, take it to the other shoulder, and then over to the other side. Once you've got that pattern down, fire away, go as fast as you like, and then see if you can keep a stability in your hips and your belly, finding most of the work coming out of the upper portion of the body, the shoulders, and the upper back body. Beautiful, you guys, nice work. Man, you got 25 seconds left. You're already more than halfway there. Nice job. And time. Awesome work. Okay, lower your arms down, give your shoulders a little shake. Now we're going to take it into some bent over rows. So feet are going to be about hip or shoulder distance apart, a little hinge from your hips. Arms are going to hang out in front of the shoulders. We're going to pull the elbows up towards the ceiling, lower them back down with control. If you want to switch to a heavier weight, go ahead and do so. But here we want to keep a firmness in the belly, so the low back feels supported in this position. You can always take it up a little higher if that feels a little too cranky on the back, but if it feels okay, knees bent, hinge from the hips, keep a firmness in your center, and then just keep pulling those elbows up towards the ceiling, lower them with control. Beautiful work, you guys, nice form. You got 15 seconds left. If you're working with light weights, you can pick up the pace here, go a little bit faster, get a couple of extra reps in. If you're working with heavier weights, keep it a little slower and a little bit more mindful. And time. Nicely done. Okay, we're sticking with those weights. We're going to load them right up at the shoulders. Keep a little bend in the knees. Hinge from your waist, come halfway to that flat back position, and then lift yourself right back up. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're going at your pace. A little bend to the knees, hinge from your waist, lean your chest over, and lift yourself back up. As you come back up, if you can, find a little squeeze in your glutes. Think about pushing the hips forward as you come up and pushing your butt back as you bend over. Nice. Thirteen seconds left. And time. Lower your arms, give them a good shake. We're going to take it into a staggered stance. So step your right foot slightly back. Weights are going to hang in front of you. We're going to take it into a staggered stance, deadlift. Lift up, pull your leg up, and then lower it back to that staggered stance. Bend over, find that nice deadlift. Lift up, standing leg, hold you steady. Lift that knee up, and then set it right back down. Take it at your pace. Find that little balance. See if you can hold it for a second, lower it back down, and hinge yourself over. We got about 10 more seconds on this side. All right, now we got to switch our feet. So step the other foot forward, toe back, hinge over, find that deadlift, lift up, and then lift your knee. Beautiful. All right, give me one more here just so that we're evened out. And time, nicely done. Set that leg down, give everything a good shake out, hang on to those light weights. And now we're gonna take it into a nice wide, low squat. So step your feet super wide, sink your butt down. Once you found your way there, we're taking some cross punches. So we're just punching across, straight out from the chest. Keep your butt nice and low. Keep your knees pushing towards your pinky toes. So we want to keep your inner thighs nice and engaged the whole time. And we're just punching across the midline of the body, straight out from the shoulder. And then once you feel like you've got a good rhythm, you can let the torso twist with you a little bit, but keep your legs nice and heavy, nice and engaged in that squatted position. 15 seconds left. You got this. And time. Beautiful job. Rise on up. Give it all a good shake. Switch to one heavy weight. We're going to take it into a wide position with our stance. So step your feet a little bit further than shoulder width apart. Sink into a little squat. From that squat, can you step your right knee down? Hay baler, so we take the weight to the hip, over the shoulder, load them back up at your chest, step that right foot back up. Take a squat, step the right foot down. We're going to stick with the right foot. So let me make sure I got my, yep, we're going to stick with that right foot the whole time. It's a 1 minute round. If that up and down position isn't going to work for you, stay in the kneeling position and just take your hay balers here. But if that up and down position works for you, step the foot up, rise up, find your squat, step that right foot down, take it into a hay baler, reload it at your chest, and step back up. Beautiful, you guys. Nice work. And time. Nicely done. Come up to standing, or if you're going to stay down, just switch your kneel position. But now we're going to take it to the right leg. So we rise up, squat, left leg steps down. We take it to the left hip, throw it over the right shoulder, load back up at the center, step that foot up, come back up into that tall position. Squat, left leg steps down, weights to the left hip, throw them over the right shoulder, reload at your chest, and rise up. Nice. And time. Awesome job. We're taking it down to the ground. Leave your weights somewhere towards the front of your mat where you can have access to them, but we're going to take it into a tabletop position. So find your all fours first. See how that feels. It's going to be a hovering tabletop position We're going to do a shoulder tap, a shoulder tap, a knee tap, and a knee tap. We got 1 minute on the clock. If at any point it feels more beneficial to keep the knees down, sturdy tabletop position, shoulder tap, knee tap, knee tap, and then maybe you just pick up your knees for a second, lower them back down. But if it feels comfortable, you're going to keep those knees lifted the whole time. Tap your shoulder, tap your shoulder, tap your knee, tap your knee. Go as fast or as slow as you like. Try to find a fairly stable position with that table. You're already halfway there. Nice, Karen. Nice, Liz. Yes. Nice, Ting. You guys look amazing. Beautiful work. And time. Awesome. Lower your knees down. Grab your weights. We're going to take it into a high kneel. So we're going to be up on those knees. And then we're going to take the arms up and overhead into some triceps. So we're going to bend the elbows, lowering the weights towards the shoulders, pressing them back up and overhead. We want to keep a nice firmness in our center so that the chest and the belly aren't puffing up to help manage that movement. If that overhead position feels like it's a little much, straight out at its shoulders, pull the weights to the shoulders, press them out with control. Finding that bend in the elbows, whichever position works better for your shoulder girdle, but then see if you can find that work coming out of the back side of your arms. And time. Lower your arms down, set your weights off to the side. We're coming down onto our belly. So come on down, take your time to find your way there. Now we're gonna walk our feet out sort of wide. So step your feet kind of out to the outer edges of your mat, and then bend your knees and bring your heels in towards each other. We're gonna keep the heels pressing in towards each other, and you're gonna start to lift. You're gonna push your heels up towards the ceiling, and then whatever arrangement with the head is gonna work best for you. Might feel good to rest your forehead on your stacked hands. If you've got super bony hip points, it might also feel better to kind of tuck your hands right under those bony hip points just to provide a little cushion, but you can still find that lift and squeeze. So we're pushing the heels up towards the ceiling and lowering back down with control. Nice work, you guys. Beautiful. You got 20 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Float your legs down. Walk your feet in. Now we're going to stay in that belly down position, but walk your feet in a little bit closer so inner thighs are kind of hugging together. Walk your elbows in. So we're coming into what in yoga we would call a sphinx pose. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to take some belly ups. So you're going to pull your abdominal muscles up, almost as if you're trying to suction your belly muscles away from the floor, lower them back down, and then take it into a little stretch. Straighten your arms, lift your chest. Lower your elbows back down, pull the abdominal muscles up away from the floor, lower them back down, and then take a little stretch. Straighten the arms and lift the chest. Nice. So we're alternating between those two positions. Strength, we pull the belly muscles up, lower them back down, stretch, we lengthen the arms and lift the chest. Beautiful. You're already halfway there. And time. Awesome job. Okay, we're flipping around onto our back side. So flip yourself around, knees in a bent position, prepping yourself for a hip bridge. But we're going to take it into alternating marching hip bridges. So heels nice and close to the butt, feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to lift the hips up, kick one leg up, lower it down, kick the other leg up, lower it down, lower your butt, and then relift. Lift the hips up, kick one leg up, lower it down, kick the other leg up, lower it down, lower both hips down, and then right away back up. Take it at your pace, go as fast or as slow as you like. Tune into the standing leg. So as you kick one leg up, notice the work that happens in the back side of that leg to help support that single leg work. Nice, you guys, beautiful work. And time. Awesome job. Now you can grab your weights if you want to. We're going to take it into an overhead reach, sit up to 4 punches. So knees are going to stay bent. If you're using your weights, you're going to reach them up and overhead, pull them up to the chest, sit up, give 4 punches across the chest, hug it back to the chest, lower your weight with control. Arms reach up and overhead. We bring them back to the chest, into that sit up, 4 punches, and then back down. You're going to take it at your pace. We got 1 minute on the clock. Go as fast or as slow as you like. If that overhead pull is not a good maneuver for your shoulders, maybe just take it slightly above the forehead, bring it right back, and then sit up. If that little twisting maneuver doesn't feel good to your SI, leave that part off and maybe just alternate a straight punch rather than that cross and twist punch. And time. The next time you come up for those punches, stay up, set your weights off to the side. Take your legs nice and long with a little bit of bend in the knees. Take a big breath, reach up, and exhale, reach toward your toes. Reach through the fingers and lift up, and exhale, reach toward your toes. Reach through the fingers and lift up. Exhale, reach toward your toes. 2 more just like that. Reach through the fingers and lift up. Exhale, reach toward your toes. Nice. Last one. Inhale, reach up. This time we're going to exhale, reach towards the toes. Stay there for a second. Soften into the stretch just a little bit. Soften the upper back body. Soften your low back. Take a moment to come back to your breath. Cool. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow into a seated position. We're going to swing the legs out to one side. So find a little zigzag seat. Make sure your butt feels good on the ground, and then fold yourself forward. Just over that front shin, reach your arms nice and long, fold just as far as feels good to you. Let your head drop down nice and heavy. Cool. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. Swing those legs out to the other side. So just find that zigzag seat the other way. Take a second to get yourself arranged. Make sure your butt feels good on the ground, knees feel good, and then walk yourself out just as far as you like. Let your arms soften, let your back soften, let your forehead soften. Awesome. When you're ready, come up nice and slow, and then bring it right into a little crisscross seat, or Sukhasana if you like, your little yoga position. We're just going to take a little twist. So twist in one direction, holding onto your knee. Think about getting nice and tall. Nice. And then unwind and take your twist over to the other side. Cool. And then bring it back to center. Lift your knees a little bit, push your butt up, and then find your way up, and your feet should be a little bit crossed here. And then see if you can just take that into a folded position. Maybe you walk your feet a little bit closer towards each other, or the blade edges of your feet a little closer towards each other. Nice. And then with some soft knees, come up nice and slow. And we're going to just switch the cross in our legs. So the other foot's going to step across, and then fold yourself back down. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. Step both feet back to a nice hip width distance position. Reach your arms up, grab one wrist, lift, lean away from that side. And then lift yourself back up, grab your other wrist, lift, and then lean away from that side. Nice work. Lift it all up, float your arms down, give everything a good little shake. Amazing work today. Grab your tennis ball.